Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome. Welcome to Thursday. Welcome to It's Me Time with Adrienne Marks, the Me Time guru, and the lovely but not so well Marina Nani. I hope you've been having a good week. I've got some very interesting things to talk about tonight. Um, to start off, I really want to talk about our mindset and how we perceive things. I had a very interesting situation last week, last Friday, in fact. Um, I went to pick my car up from the garage, and on the way back, I had an accident. And my poor little car was all dented at the front. Luckily, I was fine. I wasn't hurt, and the guy the guy that I hit didn't have a scratch on his car either. I was very shaken up by the situation more than what actually happened. It was just a bang, and that was it. And I came home, phoned the insurance people who were amazing, and it's been less than a week and it's all sorted out. Unfortunately, but my poor little car is a write-off, a technical write-off. Um, but the reason I'm telling you this is because of sometimes we view things and it's not necessarily the truth. I've always been the person I always had a car, I was always driving around, and it was always my independence. It was very, very important to me. But you know what happened to me on Saturday morning was that I wanted to go to the gym, and of course I don't have a car. So I thought I'll find out what public transport was available. And just at the top of my street, there is a main road and there are various buses. There is a bus that goes all the way there, which actually takes me right outside the door. So I was, okay, well, that's quite a good start. So I got myself ready and I went off to the gym. And I'm very lucky because my gym is a really it's a grown up one, and we have a lovely pool and jacuzzi. And in the ladies' changing room, there's also a sauna and a steam. So I had a good workout. I had a swim. I got chatting, and never happens. I got chatting to somebody in the pool, which was lovely. And then we went into the jacuzzi and we chatted some more. And it was really nice. And I was very chilled out and very, very happy. Then I went into the changing room and I went into the steam room and I started chatting to a lovely lady in there. Again, something that never happens. And then I got myself ready and I went out and I left the gym, and I wanted to go to the area that's just a little way. And if I'd have had a car, it would have taken me 2 minutes to drive and probably half an hour to find a space. So I didn't have to worry about that because I just hopped on a bus. And I got the bus round the corner and I got off, and it was a beautiful day. And I thought, you know what, I'm a bit hungry. So I stopped at there was a little this lovely little cafe at the side of the road with the tables outside. And I sat there and I had a lovely brunch. And when I finished, I wandered around and I went into the shops and I did what I wanted to. And at no time did I have to think, oh, my car's on a meter, or I have to worry about it, or I have to walk back the other way because that's where the car's parked. So I was really happy. And the shop. And then I thought, I need to go home because I'm meeting a friend later. So I literally crossed over the road, and a bus came, took me home. And I had this it was a sense of freedom. And it made me think that, sometimes we put ourselves in these little boxes because, I don't know, because that's what we've always done, because that's what society tells us we should do. But we never stop and think outside the box, do we? We never stop and think, well, maybe I should try something different. I mean, not in 100 years would I have said, okay, I'll give up my car. But having to do it, I was, well, and in fact, I was talking to a friend on Sunday about it. And I said, I really don't know if I need a car again because I hardly ever use it. I only use it to go to the gym and maybe do a bit of heavy shopping. And you know what? If I'm doing heavy shopping, then I can always phone for an Uber cab that will cost me a few pounds to take to bring me home. And it's a totally different mindset, isn't it? Suddenly I'm saying, I've got this sense of freedom, although I've always said, oh, my car brings me freedom, but it doesn't really, because I've had to pay for road tax, as you do when you pay gas, obviously, for the car, insurance, which every year gets more and more and more expensive. So I'm saving all this money. And as I say, the insurance company were amazing and they sorted it out so quickly. I've now got to wait for the repairers to come and just take it away and do whatever they're going to do with it. But I've had a very interesting week because of that. I've had this sense of, as I say, it's like a freedom. And I think sometimes we hold on to thoughts or stuff that holds us back. And my car is a very good example of it, that it's not something I needed, but I held on to it. And I think sometimes we do that with emotions, with people. Unfortunately, we're in relationships and we are scared to move forward because that's what we've always done. We're scared to move out of our comfort zone because that's how we've always done things. And so sometimes we're surprised when we do actually move forward, or we move in a direction, because I've said this before, you have to be very careful what you put out. And if you say you want a sense of freedom, or you want this, or you want that, the universe will hear you. And unless you're incredibly specific, sometimes things happen. And I mean, I keep thinking about this week, and I thought, I talked about various things that I wanted. I didn't for 1 minute want to lose my car, but instead of bringing me not being able to move, what it's done is moved me forward. I mean, as I say, I wasn't hurt at all, and for that I'm really grateful. So it's really like the universe said, okay, this is what you want. You want more flexibility. You want more freedom. So, why don't we just write off your car for you, give you a bit of money, which it has done, sort it out very quickly, but we don't want to hurt you. So I wasn't hurt. Nobody else got hurt. And I think that's like life. We hold on to stuff, emotions, feelings, because we're frightened of moving forward. Although we say we want to move forward, I've been saying, oh, I want freedom, I want to do this, I want to do that. But in a way, the car was a symbol of sort of holding me back, because I'd drive places and I'd think, I liked driving. What I hated was trying to find parking spaces, because I don't know about where you live, but where I live, to shop now, it's a nightmare. As I say, you could spend 5 minutes getting somewhere and 25 minutes looking for a parking space. In fact, that actually happened with a friend of mine on Sunday. We'd been out and we were looking for somewhere to have for lunch. And we went to an area which is notorious for being, the shops are, everything's open on a Sunday. And we were driving round and round and round, and eventually we found somewhere where there was parking, but he had to, that wasn't, that there's no meters, but you have to phone, you have to text this number. And it was all done. And I got out of the car, and he was standing there, and he was trying to sort of juggle his wallet because he was trying to get his credit card out. And I just said to him, do you know what? Life is too short for this. Forget it. £4 to park for 3 hours. This is ridiculous. Let's get back in the car. Let's go off somewhere where we can park free and go and have lunch. We don't need to eat round here. So that's what we did. We got in the car. We drove, I don't know, a few 100 yards up the road, maybe a bit more than that. But a little way up the road, we found a lovely parking space, totally free. Found a beautiful little cafe in the sunshine that we'd never been to before. It had tables outside. We sat outside and we were totally chilled, and it was wonderful. And we didn't have to worry about rushing back for the car. So that's another example of the car not being a particularly good thing. It'd be great if you had, you know, if you were rich enough and you had a chauffeur, or you could get to where you wanted to go and you just clapped your hands and the car disappeared, or you could sort of fold it up and put it in your pocket. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? And you didn't have to worry about parking or anything else, because it's expensive apart from anything else. So let's use that as a metaphor. Let's use that as a metaphor for your life and how stuff in your life is holding you back. The fact that maybe you're putting out what you want, but you're getting into your own way. You're in your own way. A long time ago, I said to somebody, a very, very long time ago, I talked about wanting to write a book. And I said to this person, I want to write. And she said, and what's stopping you? And I said, oh, I don't have a computer. And she said, so what's wrong with that? And she held up a pencil. And I said, oh, I don't know. And she said, that's the problem. You're in your own way. And I think we do that. I think people do that. You say, this is what I want. This is what I want to do. But then we have all sorts of blocks inside that keep us from actually doing that. So we say, I want freedom, but we're not willing to give up the car. We say we want a new job, but we're not willing to sort of actually go out there and look. We say we want to lose weight, but well, no, I'm not going to start a diet. Well, maybe I'll start a diet Monday. It's always Monday, isn't it? It's never today, because what's the point of starting on a Thursday? Who want to start a diet on a Thursday? I'll wait till Monday, and by Monday there'll be another excuse. I can promise you that. You know, when it gets to January, gym memberships rocket. Absolutely rocket. Everybody goes, oh, I want to be healthy. I want to be healthy. By the middle of January, people are starting to pay out for their membership. Nobody goes. Oh, it's too cold. I don't want to go. Don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. And that's the thing. We hold ourselves back because we're frightened. We're frightened what's out there. But you know what? Sometimes it's the fear is, you know, somebody said, the only thing you've got to fear is fear itself. Once you get into the belief system, once you start acting as if you've already got this, you're already there, then you start believing in yourself. It comes down to being and me time and looking after yourself, taking care of yourself, wanting the best for yourself. And when you really, really, really do that, when you look inside your heart and you say, I am following my path, I am being the person I want to be, I want to become, then it's easy to drop all these things because you realize, oh my God, this stuff is holding me back. Because that's all it is, it's stuff. You can always go somewhere else and get more stuff. Who needs it? Who needs it? These thoughts are holding you down. It's like Just think, if you were inside a hot air balloon, I don't mean inside the, the thing, but inside the basket. So the hot air balloon is not flying around, but it's on the ground at the moment. And there's all the ballast, isn't there? All these heavy things holding them down, holding it down. And you're standing there, and each set of ballast, each heavy thing is a limiting belief of yours. I'm not worthy. I don't deserve. I'm not young enough. I'm not old enough. I'm too fat. I'm too thin. I'm not pretty enough. Whatever your story is. And all this is holding you down. But if you suddenly got some scissors and you just went round, or even a knife, and you just hacked at all this ballast, what would happen? The balloon would float away, wouldn't it? It would just float up and you'd be totally free. That's what life's like. You just got to get rid of all this negative belief, this limiting belief, this stuff that's keeping you stuck, the stuff that you've probably had since you were 5 or 6 years old. You're not good enough. You are no good at math. You're not creative. You're not pretty enough to have the lead in the school play and be a fairy or whatever it is. You don't deserve, because that is what it comes right down to. You don't deserve. But when you start listening to your heart, when you start really looking after yourself, because that's what me time's all about. It's all about looking after yourself and saying, I need this time for me, and bugger the outside world. Stop all the noise that's going on. Stop all this stuff and just listen to your heart. And if your heart says you want to dance, then dance. If your heart says you want to sing, then sing. But listen to what you really want. Don't live somebody else's life. Be you. Free yourself of this ballast of the negative beliefs. And if you think it's difficult, then it will be difficult. If you think it's simple, it is simple. But I tell you what, it's easier if you've got somebody there who's already been there, who's already done it, who can hold your hand and show you how to do it, how to get rid of those limiting beliefs, how to believe in yourself when nobody else believes in you. Because that's the thing, isn't it? That's where confidence comes. When you believe that you can do anything that you want to do. When you believe that you are the singer, the dancer, the person, amazing, beautiful, wonderful being that you are. When you believe that, then little miracles will start happening. Stuff will start coming into your life, and it'll be easier and easier to get rid of the stuff, to get rid of the ballast that's holding your hot air balloon down on the ground. That's when it really works. But sometimes when there's so much toxic energy out there, when you're living in a relationship, when you're living at a job, when you're living in an area, when you've got toxic people around you, toxicity, I call it, the toxic city. Who wants to live there? We don't want to live there. We want to live in the sunshine. We want to live in the warmth. We want to live where people love and support and care about us. But in order to do that, we've got to love and support and care about ourselves first. Nobody's going to love you until you love yourself. If you look in a mirror and you go, oh, look at my hips, I'm too fat, or look at my wrinkles, I'm too old, or I'm a mess, I'm useless, whatever your story is, you look in the mirror and you might not say it out loud, but it goes in. It goes in, and you say to the universe, oh, I want more money, I want to be thin, I want to do this, I want to do that. And the universe goes, no, you don't. No, you don't, because that's not what you're saying. I can hear you and I can hear your heart. So you have to learn to love yourself. You have to learn to be good to yourself. And the only way to do that is by waking up in the morning and saying, today is a wonderful day. I choose to make it so. I love and accept myself exactly as I am. I'm not making, oh, I love and accept myself exactly as I am, but then I'll love myself even more when I lose 3 stone. Or I'll love myself even more when I get that man or that job or whatever it is that's in your radar. No, 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 no. I love and accept myself exactly as I am in this minute, because this is who you are, your strengths, your weaknesses. You don't need fixing. You are perfect exactly as you are. You don't need fixing. You need to understand that. Get rid of the ballast and fly away in that beautiful balloon. Start living to your dreams. Start living with your heart, not with the rubbish that you keep, that's holding you back, that's holding you down. Don't do that. And I know you're probably listening and going, well, it's all right for her. Well, no, actually, it's not all right for me. I've had so many struggles, but I've had people in my life who've helped me. And that's what I'm offering for you. It is a difficult journey. And we need a sat nav. We need someone to help us, to hold our hands and to say, I believe in you when you don't believe in yourself. I know, I've been there, I've done it, and I've worn several t-shirts, and I can show you how to do it. Trust me, I can do that. So I've had people like that in my life who've held my hand, believed in me when I didn't believe in me, pushed me when I said, oh, I can't do that. And they go, yeah, you can. Oh, yes, you can. And suddenly you do, and you go, oh, wow, I did do that. So what you need to do is to put it out there. Just stop believing in yourself. And you'll be amazed at the things that will happen. How easily the ballast will just fall away from you. It'll just go and you'll just be free. Like I am without my car. You'll just be free. And so what I want you to do is I want you to connect with me at www.adriennemarksmetime.com/connect hyphen us / and connect with me, adriennemarksmetime.com, and connect with me. Let me help you. Let me show you the way. Let me have the knife and cut the ballast for you so that you can fly free. So that you can start living your life rather than being in this if only. Once you act as if, it is so easy. Once you take those steps, it's amazing, incredible how easy it becomes. Because you start looking at things from a totally different perspective. You stop holding on to stuff. You don't need it. You don't need it. Like me and my car, you don't need it. I don't need that car. I don't need a car. It was down to my mindset. Oh, I've got to have a car. Why? Most of the week I didn't even use it. It sat outside the door. What a waste of time, a waste of money. Get rid of those limiting beliefs. Get rid of that stuff. Empty your wardrobe, throw stuff out, give it to the charity shop. What are you holding on to it for? What are you holding on to that's really not serving you anymore? What are you holding on to in your heart? Is it a relationship? Is it your work? Is it your health? What are you holding on to? And why are you scared to let it go? Because you don't know what's out there? Well, let me tell you, whatever is out there for you is so much more fun, and there's more energy, and there are more nice people and sunshine and everything that your heart desires is out there. It's in the blue yonder, and that's why you've got to let go of this ballast so that your balloon can fly, so that you can be free to move forward and be who you can be. Be this awesome, amazing person that you are in your heart. Excuse me. I want this so much for you. I really do. I don't want you to waste another day. I don't want you to waste any time, whether you're 22 or 82. It doesn't matter. Or 92. It doesn't matter. Age is just a number. It's what goes on up here that counts. And what's going on in your heart. Listen to your heart. Don't live somebody else's life. Live your life. Be who you are. Because as I say, you don't need fixing. You don't. You're awesome. You're beautiful. You're amazing. You're wonderful. And I don't know you, and I love you, and I'm sending you love. But I want you to connect with me. I really do. And I want to help you discover who you can be, who you know in your heart you can be. I want you to get in that balloon, and I want to cut off those things that are holding you down, that ballast that's holding you down, that's holding your balloon. I want you to soar. If you're old enough to remember, there was an ad with this awful, dreadful bread. It was like, tasted like cotton wool. It was a diet bread, and it was called Nimble. And a girl used to be in the balloon, and because she was so light, because she'd lost so much weight eating this bread, the balloon, and the song was something like, I'm not going to sing, you'll be very pleased to hear. She flies through the air, and it was lovely, and this girl would just fly off. And that's what I want for you. That's what I want. I want you to fly off into the blue yonder with nothing holding you back, because you believe in yourself, because your heart is just overflowing with excitement and dreams and what you can be, and the knowledge that it's all there. So all you need to do is grab my hand, and we can go off together. We can do this together. You can do it. Because believe me, you do the work. I just sit here and I'll talk to you and I'll tell you, but you'll do the work, and you will be amazed at the transformation that will come about when you let go of the stuff that's holding you back. And it is just stuff, and it's not important. And that people that love you will love you anyway and be pleased for you. And I have to be cruel to be kind, because it's tough love. But if there are people in your life that aren't around, or don't want you to change or be different, or don't support you in what you need to do, I'm afraid they're not meant to be there. You deserve better than that. You really do. And it's difficult sometimes, I know. I know if you're in a relationship where somebody doesn't want the best for you. Been there, done it. More than that t-shirt too. But I'm here for you. I really am. And I want to hold your hands, and I want to believe in you, and I want you to soar. I want to wake up and look up and find you flying in your balloon with everything, and laughing and enjoying and taking with you all the people that you love and that love you too. Can you see it? Can you see it in your mind's eye, this balloon floating? I can see it, and I can see you in that balloon getting rid of the ballast and just flying off, because your heart is free, because you're doing what makes your heart sing, because life is too short not to. I want you to connect with me, Adrienne Marks, metime.com/connect us. Contact me for your mastery discovery and how I can help you get in that balloon. And I'm wishing you lots of love and good health and awesome times. And remember, when you look in the mirror, you are perfect. You don't need fixing. Every morning you say to yourself, good morning, gorgeous. How are you? And don't qualify, oh, I've got a spot on my nose, or my hair needs cutting, or, look at those hips, or whatever. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. Don't talk down to yourself. Boost yourself. Love yourself. Eat what's good for you. Be with people who are good for you. Make your life a song. Make your life so good. Don't regret a single moment. Enjoy every moment, because that's all we've got. We've only got this moment. Yesterday's gone. We can't do anything about the past. We can't really do anything about tomorrow because it hasn't arrived yet. But what we can do is, by planting these awesome seeds, we can make tomorrow what we want it to be. We can create our tomorrow. You can create your tomorrow by what you do today. How you learn to think today will create your positive tomorrow. By starting your diet, by looking at ways of making yourself healthy today, you can be healthy tomorrow. That's how it works. But you've got no power over tomorrow. Just the way you've got no power over yesterday. So you've got to do it today. You've got to be in the now. You've got to listen and be, and just in the now. Accept that this is who you are. Listen to who you are. Listen to what you want. And start working on it. Start being. Because you are a human being and not a human doing. And you are perfect. You don't need fixing. But you need to get rid of that ballast and just soar. So remember, www.adriennemarksmetime.com. Get your mastery discovery session, which is a half an hour of talking to me. Let's get this show on the road. Let's get this balloon up in the air for you. And I'm wishing you lots of love and lots of sunshine for your coming week. It's Adrienne Marks, the Me Time Guru. I will speak to you soon. Bye-bye.